A detective was robbed and one of two suspects got away. Thankfully, no one was hurt. But many are wondering why deputies would choose a mall parking lot to carry out a dangerous operation. Let's go to Fox 13's Kelly Cowan. So, Kelly, what's the sheriff's office saying about this?
Well, Linda, the sheriff's office is telling me that these crimes are often committed. These underground deals are committed in parking lots, and a lot of times they're done in broad daylight. So they're undercover officers who are trying to pose as potential buyers for illegal guns or drugs. Well, they need to go to the criminals where they're operating, and that's why they go to parking lots the majority of the time. But they also say they do their due diligence. They make sure to scout well ahead of time and the day of before the deal happens so that they can keep the public and their deputies safe.
We kind of need to be prepared and flexible on the bad guy's schedule.
Retired undercover deputy Andrew Baxter says if you're going to pose as a criminal, you need to play the part.
In the movies, it's, you just go to the abandoned warehouse or you go to the wharf. It's not like that in the real world.
In order to get the illegal goods and the bad guys selling them, undercover officers have to take risks.
These transactions are going to happen whether it's with a deputy or not. We typically need an area where there are other cars around, because if we have a situation like you saw last night where a suspect pulls out a gun on a deputy, other deputies who are nearby need to be able to move in quickly in order to save that person's life.
The sheriff's office says several man-hours go into scouting and surveilling potential sites well ahead of any sting, making sure everything is as safe as possible for both bystanders and law enforcement.
In this case, we did just that. We knew that the employee parking lot had little to no people there prior to the transaction occurring, and for that reason, no one was injured in the process.
But sometimes things do go wrong. The last time it happened for Hillsborough's undercover unit was in 2018. When a dealer and his accomplice were shot after they pulled a gun after a scuffle with an undercover deputy. But the sheriff's office says the busts are worth it. Since 2019, they've helped recover 65 illegal firearms. And perhaps more importantly, they've also put numerous illegal dealers behind bars.
Just as in the drug game, you're always trying to get the bigger fish. And anytime you're able to do a hand-to-hand purchase of a firearm that you know is illegal coming from somebody who doesn't have a license to do so, then you're working towards that bigger fish if you don't have one on the hook already.
And while one suspect is behind bars who was involved in last night's bust, another is still on the run. The sheriff's office says they're looking for 19-year-old Jaycob Riley. He's facing charges for armed robbery, 5 counts of attempted murder of a law enforcement officer, and felony possession of a firearm. Anyone who knows where he can be located should call the sheriff's office.
All right, Kelly Cowan reporting live for us. Thanks, Kelly.